Hello, everyone. We are A Door with No House, and you are watching Concert Junkies with Rob and John. Ring the bell. All right, so let's get into the first question. So, I guess, where did we all meet? I guess that's the first question.
All right, so I met Jason at Ultimate Frisbee at County College, and at a party, he was like, "I heard you sing. You want to come jam with us?" And then that's kind of where it all began for me. I was the last one to join in.
It was like the last leg. Me and Dan met through a mutual friend that he worked with at the time, and he was just like, "Oh, I work with this guy. He plays guitar, and like you guys have like the same taste in music. You guys should like hang out sometime and jam." And like he just brought us together. And,
Pretty much, yeah.
And we just started jamming from there. Probably jammed for what, like a year? Over
At
a
least
year.
a year.
Tried out like 3 different bass players that came to like a singular session, and we're just like, no, we're all right.
No.
Yeah. And then what was it? Nick Spiller finally reached out to him, and I'm just like trying to put together a band. And he introduced me to Jason. So then Dan just kind of stepped down, and like he was just like, all right, I'm already writing all these bass parts. And like it got to the point that I was just like, we just need to form this band.
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
So I guess question number 2, who influenced you to start playing music in general? For me, Metallica. I actually started playing through Guitar Hero at first, when like Guitar Hero finally added in drums, and then Guitar Hero put out a Guitar Hero Metallica. I was already a diehard Metallica fan, so like I just got like super good at the drums in that, and like was playing like the Expert Plus, and like I was just like, you know what, maybe I should invest some money in a drum kit, and I finally did.
Thank you, Rock Band.
There you go.
So my inspiration is Amy Lee from Evanescence, because she is a female powerhouse and she inspires me to become such a, I don't know, just like a forefront female that it breaks the whole thing about like men being the primary lead singers in bands. You know, I want to make sure that, because Amy Lee showed me that you can be a front runner as a female, I really aspire to be like her.
I would have to say probably my brother Dave honestly got me into learning and making music, because he was always such a good piano player that I was just like, you know, if he could do it, I could probably learn how to do something similar or in the music realm, you know. So I was like, let me pick up a guitar and see how it goes, and we went from there.
I second that. He's an amazing piano player.
Yeah, he's very good.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started out pretty much the same way as Adam with Guitar Hero 2, but I was like, oh, this is Video Hero 3. And I was like, wow, I like rock music. And I was like, okay. And I started guitar in like 6th, 7th grade and stuff, and just kept with it. And then I was severely influenced by Avenged Sevenfold when I like rediscovered them in like beginning of high school, and yeah, kind of went off from there. Started playing jazz bands and different bands through the school, and eventually met these guys.
So on to question 3. When you go on tour, what do you have to have with you? Mine's pretty basic and essential. Water. I always need water.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, sweet. So for me, just to give myself something different artistically to do after a bunch of singing and performing, I really would like to have a sketch pad. I would love to draw it. I'll share. Drew a dog, you know.
Oh, doggo.
And I mean, I probably wouldn't bring a canvas, but you know, that's how it goes. I would definitely enjoy having a sketch pad with me.
Yeah, all I really need is some comfy clothes, a nice blanket and pillow, and I'm set.
I'm so licensed.
You know what I'm gonna say? A fresh battery, because our first tour didn't really go so well because we had like 6 dead batteries in one day. So
Yeah.
but it's probably something along the lines, depending where we go. If we're going like south, like on the East Coast, wherever, or like a surfboard or something that can fit it. Have some time off, do something else. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Question number 4: if you weren't playing music, what would you want to do with your life? So, I guess for me, it's something that I still do regardless, but just like graphic design and stuff like that.
Very talented. I love your graphic design. I can't
Thank
do
you.
anything like it. It comes out
Thank you.
terribly. So
Practice.
yeah, absolutely. Still, I just put shapes together and hope they work. So, so I'm going to school for this currently. So I'm gonna do it simultaneously regardless, but I would like to be a therapist, because you can help people with music, and then you can also help people with conversation and words. So in a sense, I want to still impact people the same way. It's just a different way to do it.
Yeah, I haven't thought much about this one. Probably somewhere along the lines of like animal care or something like that, because I love animals.
You can tell because all the birds tweeting in the background.
Yeah, I got a bunch of birds in my yard.
Oh, nice little
Squirrel and a cat or something.
Oh my.
So it's a weird question for me because it's in a lot of aspects of my life, and I might end up doing a career out of it. But probably, I started probably something along the lines of something in culinary or foods. So working in the kitchen, which I did before, and possibly doing like a food truck or doing like a bar and grill type thing. Still my retirement plan, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
So, question number 5: favorite venue to play and why? I think for me, I would have to say the Knitting Factory. It's first of all, it's in the city. I love the city. Second of all, I've seen a lot of cool bands play there, a lot of big bands play there, which is was a cool experience when we played there. And the sound there is amazing. The setup that they have is really cool. I love the glass door or the big glass window that looks out on the bar. And like the back entrance to the stage is pretty cool.
All right. So my favorite venue that we performed at was the Stone Pony. It was the beginning of our band career. And their sound system is fantastic and amazing, something we hadn't experienced up until that point, in my opinion. And also, it's just amazing to be in a place where other people have really grown, like Bruce Springsteen and so many famous people have come out of the Stone Pony. So it was really meaningful to be in a place where, like, following in the footsteps of great big people that have impacted plenty in the music scene. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, favorite venue we've played, I would probably say the Crossroads in Garwood, not just because it's close to home. It's just, I love the jazz club aesthetic to it. It's very nice, the dim lighting. I like that. It would be between that or just, a dirty, grimy basement in New Brunswick.
Yes.
That's kind.
Best crowds.
Yeah, I do like the basement shows. It's a tough one, because a lot of shows there's some venues I just don't like playing in, or places, but it's hard to pick exactly one. Some top winners are definitely Stone Pony, Knitting Factory. Probably Stanhope, just because it always ends up being a cool show there, no matter what. So,
True.
and it's close to home, and yeah, cool place.
Atmosphere is really cool there.
Yeah. No, yeah, so can't complain.
All right.
All right, so the next question. What was the first concert you ever went to and CD you bought first when you were younger? So, first concert I went to was this weird Six Flags version of Warped Tour. It was like a weird pit stop that they made, but the only band I remember actually watching there was Good Charlotte. They were great. And the first CD I ever bought was Hybrid Theory when I was 6 years old.
Wow. You bought a CD at a rich man.
Goddamn.
Got allowance.
Goddamn.
Taking out
Um,
that trash.
and why not? Make money how you can, right? So the first show I went to was All Time Low, and since I've seen them several times. And they were really good on stage, and it was amazing just to see, that was when I originally started getting into something besides what's on the radio. So it was really cool to see something else. And the first album I bought, I was in like maybe 4th grade, was Jonas Brothers' self-titled album. I still have it, and it's all on my MP3 player, and I will forever love the Jonas Brothers, even though I don't really listen to them anymore. But that was my childhood, so I did purchase that when I was in 4th grade.
My first concert was 4 Years Strong at Irving Plaza. My brother took me in 2008 or 2009. A lot of fun. First CDs I bought was a 2-for-1. Eve 6 is self-titled, and Lit Place in the Sun. Very good stuff.
6.
Nice. So first concert I went to was with my dad for Chicago. It was at the Wilmot Theater, and yeah, he was also got me into rock music because he's just a classic rock guy. Billy Joel, Zeppelin, all those guys. And my first CD I actually have here. It's Skillet by the album's Awake, and you know the song Monster and all that stuff. That was my first step into anything. Well, that was still playing on the radio, but that was kind of geared a little bit out there, a little bit more. But yeah.
Exactly. Great. All right, we got one more to go.
One last question. So which bands would you perform with, and what venue would you like to perform with them in?
Yes, technically 2 questions, right?
What was that?
Technically 2 questions, not one.
It's a 2-for-1.
Exactly. All right.
So I would have to pick Webster Hall with Incubus.
Sweet. All right. So even though they're not currently performing, but you never know, sometimes bands get back together, right? So I would love to perform with No Doubt, because Gwen Stefani is amazing, and she also, I'd say, some of our influences are similar to that of her style. And I would like to perform at Red Rock in Colorado. I've never been there, but it looks beautiful, and someday I hope to go there, and performing there would be a dream come true. So that's
I would love to play with the band Pacifier on the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn, because that is the first place that I saw them, and they blew my mind. And I have just had a different approach to music since then.
So a couple. Well, this wouldn't really go with our influences just because of my favorite. So a couple bands I'd love to play with would be, of course, Avenged, them both,
throwing out all these CDs.
Slash, and the reggae metal blend of the century, Skindred.
Oh my God.
Check them out. I have a problem with CDs, but we'd probably blend the most with Skindred just because they have that reggae and also metal rock influences, and also Pacifier would be up there. And I'd love to play in a venue out on the West Coast or something different than New York, because that's where we are.
Fair. All right. And we are A Door with No House. And we're really grateful to be able to do this interview today. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about us. And I appreciate you all taking the time to take a look at our inner personalities, you know, more than just the music. We are more than just the music, right?
And we just dropped an album called Avant Garde. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you find music. And if you'd like to follow us, we're on Instagram and Facebook, A Door with No House. And thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.